Coming up next on Wall Street Warriors.
Today's the start of the official bear market.
Stress levels are off the charts.
The American economy is so weak right now.
13.80.
We're down 13.
It's killing me.
The tension is visible. Just keep me updated. Goodbye.
This is like the wild, wild west of trading. It's nuts. 200. There's more money than I've ever seen. A broker comes into the crowd with a 10,000 lot order, and the premium on the order is huge, crazy money. Billions and billions of dollars are traded on a daily basis out here. Capitalism to the extreme. A lot of people make a lot of good money down here, but you pay the price too. Right now we're in a little tricky area. The American public wants a rally, but any kind of move to the downside gets people panicked. I think we could start having a problem in the market.
Hey, Gary, second two, right?
I think the credit crisis is huge right now because when the U.S. economy gets bad, people run and they buy oil, they buy gold.
There's a confidence that has eroded.
There's considerable uncertainty. There's a lot of money on the sidelines. Things are bad across the board.
The dollar's getting pounded because the American economy is so weak right now. There's a problem. I mean, there's a problem that has to be solved. Something's got to be fixed.
We have another 50 referrals that just came in. We could probably raise a cool $3 million out of that seminar. Now, you had an ACAT come in last week. Did it settle?
Yeah, well, it settled for about $620,000. The rest of it didn't settle. Today is definitely going to mark a historic day because we are officially in a bear market.
Front page of the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and all these other financial newspapers are calling this the Great Depression.
We currently have oil, natural gas, the dollar's at a 52-week low, and those three components of the economy are hurting us really bad.
Right now, you need to keep everyone calm, collected, and tell them about the option strategy. Don't get into the panic mode
Because everyone panics when everything's going wrong. You know, no one can see the light of day. And this is what tells me this is opportunity all over the place.
I'm sorry. All right. A little bit of a hectic day right now. Obviously, you know, today's the start of the official bear market. I'm a financial advisor. I've been doing this 14 and a half years, along with my partner, which is also my brother, Ken. We deal with stocks, bonds, and options. Okay, we picked it up right around 43, popped up to 48.81.
The same thing with FXP. We were buying that at $59 all day long. That's now trading at $84.28.
Philip Broussard. Some people say don't do business with your family, but I don't know who else I could do business and trust.
The writing's on the wall. All you have to do is go the opposite way.
But every single day, myself and my brother, we reach a point of disagreement. You're a genius on that. And you know what?
No, you called me an idiot.
I called him an idiot. I called you an idiot on
That's
this
right.
because you know what? I actually booked some of my clients out of the SKF right around $120 because the market just
Phil
started rallying.
likes to do things his way, and I like to go out and do things my way.
Ken told me it was wrong. I said, listen, I'm up 20% right now. I'll take the profit, and that's it. He held on for another block for some other guys, and he's up actually another 15% from where I was. So total right now, he's up about 38% on SKF. He's looking good. It's kind of good that he's my alternate ego here. So when I think I'm right and I'm wrong, he's right. And when he's wrong, I'm right. So you get the best of both worlds.
I watched the past 3 months oil go from 80 to 130. But it's going to turn, right? I mean, in the U.S., prices are high enough. In London, they're picketing and they're burning gas stations down, right? Wall Street is feast or famine. We just came out of 5 years of hyper growth. And boom, we got hit with the subprime crisis, and Wall Street started to pare back and lay off. Stress levels are off the charts. There's a lot of hysteria in the markets now. Many of the energy hedge funds are flat or minus for the year. Hedge funds are now managing a significant share, probably 50%, of America's investable assets. Is he worth looking at or not really? So what I do is I look for undiscovered hedge fund managers and introduce them to some of the largest investors on the planet. Grains, interest rates, and stock indices.
And he's got a 20% rate of return. Those are right on top of each other.
There are high-profile investors all over the country and all over the world, and they just need to put capital to work.
30 million euros committed, which is about $48 billion. They said they could do 250 more behind that.
We have way too much money chasing too few good managers. His beta is pretty high. He's losing money when everyone else is losing money. I look for managers who generate consistent positive returns in all environments. My fortunes are tied to the manager. If I find successful managers, I make a lot of money. And if they don't perform, I don't get paid.
Hello, this is Christy. What's that? I am Christy Ross, and I am the CFO of the brokerage division of Thinkorswim. What do you mean by that? There's always a lot going on. That's one of the things about Thinkorswim. Constant deadlines. We can't have that happen. Make sure this gets booked properly. Goodbye. Today, it's Expiration Friday, and so being a broker-dealer, there are a number of things that we need to request from our database team. Hey, Natalie. How are you? Good. By the end of today, I need to make sure that we have our positions report and all of the information we need to go into our financials. What time do you think you'll have it done? Before 2. Before 2. Give me about an hour. Okay, good. On Expiration Friday, the tension is visible. Tom Sosnoff and Scott Sheridan are the founders, and they have been on the trading floor for 20 years.
Tom and I never had a business model. What we did was we just showed up for work every day and worked really hard, and we are where we are.
We're not your parents' brokerage firm. I think we changed the whole industry. We definitely blazed the technology trail, and we've never been afraid to march to a different beat.
People say we are the Apple of the trading space, and to me, Apple is the greatest, so if you want to compare, I'll take that all day long.
Over this past year, we went from an under-the-radar brokerage firm to a higher-profile brokerage firm. And I think really you start looking at over the next 6 months, and you're going to hear and see Thinkorswim a lot more. We may just take over this whole building. I think we'll do that.
Meanwhile, everyone's crying wolf here, walking to the bank. Not a bad day.
There's a sunny day every day on Wall Street. Money is always being made. It all depends on what you're in. See if I can at least squeeze maybe another $7,000 to $8,000 profit for you.
The dollar is at the lowest point it's ever been in history. So the question is, what's the hedge? Oil. Oil, oil, oil. The three magic words. $95 is what we got in last week. It's already 106.
Our primary goal this year, besides making our clients money in a bear market, is to land a couple of high-profile sports athletes. We feel if we can crack this pro sport networking world, we're going to have a bright future at Richard & Richard.
The commodity crude analyst, I mean, is that the guy, the place to start? Or? A significant move is coming in crude. So what I'm trying to do now is just assemble a team around it to take advantage of it.
Tim, hey, what's happening?
What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm reaching out to anybody that's hands-on in the energy business to try to put together the right team. What's the right price? If you make an economic forecast, it could double, it could halve. And in either of those scenarios, if you get them right, there's a significant amount of money to be made. No, I want to write it back to fair value, wherever fair value is. And today it's fraught with speculation. The Arabs are turning the spigot on, they're turning it off. China says we don't need any oil, then they come around and buy all the oil that's available for that day. And that's creating this bubble. Yeah, hi. Is Dan in by chance? So what I'm trying to do is put together a team that will analyze the fair value or forecast the value of crude and build a product around it.
When you look at institutions, the institutions...
Barry Fox is a very successful private equity manager. I would love to get his input on the energy project.
They're doing the same speculation that they did with gold, in the sense that if the dollar's falling or the markets are falling, people went to gold.
Barry's out there with his fingers in many different projects.
Now they're saying, if I go to oil, I can have even a faster increase in the price.
He may add a lot of value in assembling a team to figure out the best way to get this done. We have to assemble that kind of a team because the components are out there today.
People are panic buying oil now. So the economics of a new fund in this space will be terrific. So we'll do that.
Basically what's going on right now is everyone's just panicking. I got a lot of clients that are just sitting on the sidelines in cash. We're just figuring out exactly where this market is heading and what we should do.
I had a client panic out of SKF, one of my shorts, a month ago. He had 1,900 shares. He left $86,000 on the table. He sold it at 105. It's now 156.
On Saturday, he got in contact with Ken. Me and Ken were at the driving range. He gives Ken a call and he says, listen, I got to sit down with you guys.
He wants to put $500,000
Yeah,
back
he wants to come back in now with $500,000.
So, you know, I tried to explain to him from the get-go that there's only one driver of a car. The same applies to this with investments. Leave it to the experts. Let us do our job.
Keep playing these ETFs, guys, because that's where we're making the money, and that's where we're going to keep making the money. If this next
we're not here to be geniuses. We're here to create wealth. And when we find those pockets of opportunity, we take advantage of them for our clients. That's why they like us.
All of us working together in the same office, I believe, is a blessing because we all bring different assets to the table. Mac, there's a lot of business development.
Will do. Call him and I'll call you back, all right?
Tariq is one of my trainees. He's kind of getting the feel of the market. Just get in contact with those potential prospects. Let them know that today is the official start of a bear market.
The market is not looking good. The client is not looking to invest. And you know, you're gonna try to convince them in every which way that you're gonna make that dollar work for them, and you will.
Are we still on for $1? Because I'm trying to tell you that we're gonna close down today. It's the end of the quarter.
Well, he said by 3 o'clock the market would turn around to the downside. It's about 3:30. Kind of go back and forth with this guy Ken all day, you know, because he's always got to be right.
Looks like we're pulling in just
you
like
were wrong. You said the market would sell off by 3.
I said by
it's
4 o'clock.
It's
3:18. We'll make small little dollar bets and just to prove a point.
We got the market rallying, so you are 100% wrong on your prediction.
I have 22 minutes. 21
well, that's
minutes.
why there's 2 of us.
This space captures the Thinkorswim flair. We are in Chicago, downtown, just on the outskirts, which actually is the epitome of Thinkorswim. We're just a little bit on the edge. That would be great. Thanks. Bye.
How's that report going?
You know what? It's good. I think that we're going to have it right after 2 o'clock.
My name's Anthony Batista. Everybody calls me Tony. I bought my first seat in 1987 at the CBOE, and I've been an independent trader my entire life. I was there in 87. I traded all through 2000, the tech bubble. I left the trading floor in 2005. Now with Thinkorswim, I'm an instructor. How can we take advantage of it with defined risk?
I go around the country telling customers why they should use our trading platform, showing how they can trade for their own accounts.
Everybody loves Tony. He captures our customers' attention, and he knows how to walk someone through a trade.
He can make money on both sides because he's buying the future and he's selling somebody else the right
to buy it at a higher price. The majority of our customers are people who are taking control of their own IRA accounts. They've had them with a brokerage firm and they're not getting the return on their money that they want. Anywhere in between the price he bought in the future and above where he sold the option, he makes money both ways.
Anybody can learn to trade. Trading is instant gratification and it's instant pain. If you can take the pain, then maybe you make a great trader.
June 13th, July 13th, quarter put spread. June 13th, July 13th, quarter put spread. He's buying size down there. SPX is the ticker symbol for the S&P 500. It's a real good benchmark of the top 500 stocks in the U.S. In my pit, we trade options against those. It's our biggest product down here. It's a big moneymaker for the CBOE. It's their product. It's not traded anywhere else. It's traded right here. How many people do you know that stand in a 1.5 foot square area for 7.5 hours every day of their life? Go paint a 2 foot square area on the ground and stand there for 7.5 hours. I don't think too many people could do it. Our pit is shoulder to shoulder. If I drop something on the floor in the pit, I can't even bend down and pick it up because I'd be pushing a person in front of me. 70 bids! It's even hard sometimes spinning around. You just bump into people, you don't mean to, but that's just the way the crowd is. 27-30 on me. It's a big fight for spots out there.
Anytime you're in a first come, first serve kind of situation, you get physical, things are going to happen.
I thought that call spread traded. Seriously, I thought it traded.
Being close to the broker is a very important thing. The spots around the brokers are very highly contested because that's very valuable real estate.
Being here and being right there makes a world of a difference whether you're going to trade with him or you're going to trade with him. It's night and day. Especially me being taller, this guy's head is going to come up to here and he's going to be yelling at a broker here that's not going to see him. So, I mean, that's just part of the territory. A foot in this crowd could make a difference between a good career and a different career.
Hello, this is Christy. I have constant requests throughout the day. Oh, sure. As much as you think you got 20 things on your list you're going to touch on and finish today, you know, you get through 4. And you now have 27 on your list.
Hey, Christy.
Hey.
Well, I got this. The report that we were looking at today is really a bottom line. The customer we're getting, how much are they trading? The numbers look good to me, but you know, you're the CFO. If you trade a lot and then you stop trading, you're not stopping trading because you've made too much money. People trade because they're successful, and we can tell by our growth how well our customers are doing.
All right, thanks, Christy. Appreciate it.
I got the accrual and the accounting reports. I just need the position reports. Hey, Natalie, it's Christy. Okay, what time do you think? I understand you're juggling a lot of things. Can you pull some files off the FTP site for her? Just keep me updated. Grr. I need a drink.
Here you go, Christy.
Oh, thanks, Aim.
You're welcome.
You're awesome. That's the reports. We're all set. You ready to go?
We have a pretty laid-back philosophy at Thinkorswim.
Are you guys going up to have a drink? John?
Yeah.
Going up for a drink?
Yeah, I'll go up for a drink. Let's drink it up.
We work hard, really hard, but we play hard too.
I'd gladly have a drink with you.
Will you escort me?
I will escort you.
On Expiration Friday, Scott will bring in bottles of wine, and it's a symbolic toast to our customers that are going through trading Expiration Friday. Cheers.
Here's to another expiration. We made it. We're in one piece. Cheers, folks.
It's a party for 10 to 15 minutes, and everybody goes back to work.
Friday expiration, it's all done, it's all over. Time to celebrate, kick back, and
back to work, Batista.
I'm on my way.
And we're down 10.5 points. I said 20 about 2 minutes ago, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, 12, 13. You see? Right on the money.
Ken made a prediction earlier today that the market would sell off around 3 o'clock. Fortunately, it's 3:50, about 10 minutes to the close, and the market just now began to sell off.
Phil, I made the bet even better. I told you we'd be down 20 points. We're down 13. One thing we want to make sure that we do is we bring the best out of everyone, and competition does that.
You're killing me here. Ken, you were right.
You have my dollar, buddy?
Damn it!
Mortimer, do you have my dollar? I have a great time competing against my brother because we're not after each other's throat. It's just for the better of the business itself.
I knew the market was gonna sell off. Who would have thought
Now,
the market? Who would have thought the market
this
would have
is
closed up
sounds
today?
like CNBC to me. You sound like a pundit on
I'm not
CNBC.
backpedaling. I'm not
Don't
backpedaling.
backpedal here.
I already
Stick to
said
your
that.
guns.
Wrong that the market didn't. Actually, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Actually, the final numbers have just came in. The market just closed. The final numbers just came in. And actually, Ken, the market closed up 2 points. So I wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong. He was right.
You know what? The market was
wrong.
down. You got to wait till all the trades settle.
I won into the close and the numbers were adjusted at 402 and I lost in the aftermarket. I'm figuring this. If we can implement that strategy, buy put options
Well, I
for
mean
him,
that HK that you looked at, that thing
But the calls got really expensive this morning because the stock shot up 10%.
I think we can still get a good price on it.
I was born and raised here in New York, and I got into this business as a result of a bubble in an agricultural market back in the mid-70s. So where are you guys?
We're at 59th and Park.
I watched commodity traders who I knew nothing about make millions and millions of dollars on a runaway sugar market. And it just occurred to me today, we're seeing the same type of move in crude. It's a once-in-a-lifetime move. Wall Street's been very good to me. I came down prompted by the sugar bubble and participated in the gold bubble, several economic cycles. I love it as much as the first day I came down to the street. Got it, done. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. I take the bus to and from work. I'm a salesman, I'm on stage all the time. I like to talk to people on the bus. And since it originates in Midtown, it's filled with Madison Avenue, it's filled with Wall Street, advertising. The average net worth on the Madison Avenue bus is probably $10 million. So I mean, everybody's rich, everybody's good looking. You'll make contacts and connections all day long on the Madison Avenue bus.
Every day down here is interesting to me just due to the fact I am one of the elder statesmen out here. This probably shouldn't go on television, but I've been down here since 1978, so I've been down here 30 years. And I was down here actually during the crash in 1987, probably one of the most significant occurrences ever in the market. And I'm not going to say that I took it for granted being down here up until then. I mean, I knew it was a serious business, high money, but at that time I was a broker in the crowd. And I will never forget these group of guys that traded behind me, some of the biggest traders in the crowd. I looked at two of them and they had tears coming down their face. It kind of stops me in my tracks now when I think of it, to see two grown men, two family men, good guys that had just lost everything. Boom, it was over. There's nothing down here that has ever happened that has ever made a bigger impression on me, and it's something that has helped me along the way because it teaches you to always take things serious. You may see a smile at a time, you may see joking at a time in this crowd, but I think everyone, almost to a man, knows in 1 second you better be ready to wipe that smile off and get ready to do your job, because that's how quick things happen in the world. It scares you, positively. I mean, I have a wife and 2 children, and I take pride in providing for them, so it's my motivating factor. I'm not going to let that happen.
So if anybody really steps out of line, that's what they get.
If I pass out, guys, nobody give me CPR. Oh, we're doing this for insurance purposes.
He's upgrading his life insurance. He's got his wife and family. He's a little bit nervous with all the stress and stuff.
This is what big boys do. We get blood in the bear market.
They're retesting my phone. I don't need it retested. I need a new handset. I need a handset.
Coming up next on Wall Street Warriors.
Today I have a meeting with Natalia Sokolova. She's here trying to raise financing for projects in Russia.
And you can sell it to the international market.
The problem is the Russian government is discouraging outside investment.
All right, don't let him cross that. I don't give a shit. I want 200. Getting into a scuffle is not all that unusual. People get heated. I heard me say a dime and him say a dime. There's a lot of competition. I heard everyone else say at 15.
We have a new sales assistant that's going to be interviewed today. Nice meeting you. Is this the industry that you're really looking for?
I came here to be an artist.
Oh, okay. Justin, you awake this early? You wanna help Daddy get dressed for work? Should I wear blue, brown, black? I wake up about 5 in the morning. Brown. How about brown? Brown. My family's up around the same time that I am, given the fact that we have a 6-month-old. Hey, I didn't even know Justin was up, but I gotta hurry up and get ready. First chance I get, I check up on the market, so I kind of get my game plan started early. Little Ashton, my little butterball. We work crazy hours. I'm on the grind 16 hours a day. I don't get to spend as much time as I like with my family, but right now I'm trying to build a financial future for them. Jesse, you want waffles or pancakes? Pancakes. I'm out of the house by 6:15 the latest to beat the traffic into Manhattan. Once I'm on the road, I contact my clients and they also contact me. I'll give you a buzz back, Jim, and we'll see where the market is, where we're holding on to. I see exactly what's going on with the market and what trades we have lined up for the day, what's in profit, what's not, and who I need to contact to inform. So if we can max this out to maybe 75, 78, I'll consider exiting out of that. Just over the past weekend, the market was selling off. The market dropped well over 300 points. To top that off, we have oil just continuing to skyrocket and hit record highs. We're seeing some signs of capitulation where individuals are just panicking for any slight news announcements that have been coming out. Those that are willing to adapt to change are the ones that are going to survive. I've been in this industry since 1995. It's not like I'm wet behind the ears. I've seen the downturns and uproars of the market. When you wake up in the morning, it's like a rush. For a guy like me, I deal with millions of dollars. It's a feeling of power.
My brother and I, we started off in the business at the same time, back in 1994. Did you see the unemployment numbers this morning?
Wow. Well, crude oil ended yesterday, down about a 124.
At the same time, the housing stats came out, which is the lowest in 3 decades. I think it's evident that we are in a recession.
You know, with the market down here at these levels, I see some good opportunities. I really do.
My name's Ben Londergan. I work on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange.
80.95.
We're sitting on the floor of the VIX pit.
Double bid! Double bid!
VIX is the volatility index that measures the movement of the S&P 500. VIX is often referred to as a fear gauge. When the S&P 500 moves down, the VIX tends to move up. In a lot of ways, it's really a gauge of sentiment and what's going on in the marketplace.
No 2022.
I got into the business by accident.
At 95, tied to 20.
I was a math major, and I thought, well, it'd be good practice for where I really want to get a job.
100 up! 100 up!
In reality, it was much more interesting than the consulting and investment banking jobs that I was looking at.
15, 30, 500!
We have guys that range from Dominic with a PhD in physics from Stanford, and we've got other guys who are English majors. With the advances in electronic trading, math majors are big, programming majors, guys who can understand that if-then mentality.
95 a dime!
We trade for our own accounts. We have our own pool of capital, and we use that to make our own trading decisions.
I didn't know anyone was there. No one else even said at a dime. All right, don't let him cross it. I don't give a shit. I want 200.
Getting into a scuffle is not all that unusual when there's open outcry trading.
I heard me say a dime and him say a dime. I heard everyone else say at 15.
There's a lot of competition for those trades.
Well, how many people even showed at a dime, too?
A broker walked in and wanted an order, and when he asked for the market, it seemed like only 2 people responded. So there was some discussion.
If no one shows at a dime.
People get heated, and you're negotiating how to split up trades, which translate directly into money.
15 bid! Double bid!
It's part of open outcry trading. Everyone likes to pound their fist and get upset, and then things usually cool off and kind of move to the next trade.
Today I have a meeting with an international investment consultant, Natalia Sokolova. The guys that I'm working with are guys that are up, the f*** is wrong with this guy? A guy up 5 and a guy up 7. On a big chunk, turns into a lot of money. We're meeting at Tavern on the Green in Central Park. Natalia was born and raised in the former USSR. She was educated in the US, and she's here trying to raise financing for projects in Russia. There are very few U.S. investors who would accept the political risk of investing in Russia today. No matter how good the project is, if Putin decides that he's not going to allow money to leave the country, investors are going to shy away from it. If you don't keep the returns, it doesn't matter how great they are. In addition to the U.S., she started to go to the Middle East to raise money. She's accumulating a stable of investors. And rather than invest in her projects, we may try to get her to invest in some of ours. What's up, Natalia? How are you?
Hey, great to see you.
You as well. Natalia is in touch with an incredible amount of investable assets. She's very, very well connected.
I just came back from Russia, Ukraine, Turkey, going to California tomorrow.
My universe is 3 blocks from 53rd and 5th, so. What project has you the most excited?
Well, I think the very interesting one is the project that has to do with the casing head gas, which is the gas that's emitted into the atmosphere in any oil well. All the oil wells just burn it up because it's not viable for them to process it. But what's been happening in the last couple of months, the Russian government passed the mandate that all the gas has to be processed. So that's a great opportunity for a lot of companies. And this is the equipment. So you can see it's very portable. You put it next to the oil well, and instead of all the gas being burned up, it's being condensated into the pipeline and then taken into either trucks or railroads, whatever is available, and you can sell it to the international market.
So your technology is the conversion process.
Primarily, yes.
Is it cost effective?
That equipment is not that expensive. It's about $20 million to get it going, and the IRR would be about 20%. And the company has no way out of this. They just have to have somebody who can come in and do it.
The projects that she's representing would ordinarily be appealing to everyone. The problem is there is zero investor appetite for financing Russian projects today.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I left about a month before my 18th birthday to come to Chicago. I had a cousin who traded on the floor of the CBOE. And he said, you know what, make a better living for yourself. I was selling Jordache jeans back in 1980 on the trunk of my car, 2 for $25. And he said, you'd be a natural, so come to the SIBO and see what you can do.
Yeah, I got a couple of customers here from Thinkorswim, so I want to show them what was going on.
I started as everybody else, running on the floor, making a couple $100 a month.
There's actually another trading floor above us. I just happened to be down here today. I was showing my son how I pay for his college education. How's it going? Good seeing you again. Good luck to all of you. Good seeing you again.
I started trading in 1983.
Everything well? Where's William?
I don't have a college degree, and I can honestly say, I don't think I've ever had a losing month. Now you've got guys who have MBAs that have never had a winning day. We had a guy that wrote books on algorithms, made the worst traders. My best trading I ever had was in '87 during the crash. Luckily I came in flat, I had really no positions on it, so I was able to take advantage of the market and I was able to ride the wave.
How's it going, my man? Good seeing you again.
For 3 years I didn't leave the pit to go to the bathroom.
Hey, stop by and tell us what the hell happened to you.
I certainly will.
Because you were here one day for about a month ago. What happened to him and nobody knew?
I'm not the fly-by-night speculative trader who bets everything on one trade. I'm the guy who tries to make 30-40% a month on my trades. I'm not trading to impress my friends. I trade to feed my family. It's in your blood. It's just something you have to do. I don't know anything else.
Ken, I know we have an interview scheduled today.
Oh, great. Okay.
This is about the third one that we had come in this week.
Fourth.
Fourth.
The last one wasn't that great, so.
We have a new sales assistant that's going to be interviewed today. Our previous sales assistant, it just didn't work out. I don't know if the pressure got to her, but we did have to let her go.
She almost cracked under pressure.
We need someone that's a little bit more assertive.
What we're looking for is definitely reliability. It's just a matter of being here, not being flustered, not crying, and getting emotional. And it's tough, you know? This is just a business that no one wants to hear any excuses. It just has to be done. Hopefully she's the right girl.
So we'll look this one over and we'll see where we'll go from there. Hi. Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Phil Broussard, how are
Nice to
you?
meet you, Phil.
Nice meeting you. Ken, he's my partner. He's just wrapping up a call. He'll be with us in a couple of minutes, but we'll sit down right now and get a little bit more acquainted. After you. Do you have a resume that we can take a look at?
Yeah.
You came highly recommended from the agency, so. Are you originally from New York?
No, but I've been here for about 9 years.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
I came here to be an artist.
Oh, okay.
I've done a lot of things, and a musician, performer, and that was my dream. I still bartend 1 day a week, but it's just so tiring.
What brings you to us? Obviously, I know you need employment, but is this the industry that you're really looking for?
I definitely need to think about long term. I need some more stability. I haven't had health insurance in about 4 years. I feel like it's time that I grow up a little bit.
Well, just to let you know a little bit about this industry, I'm pretty sure you know, it can be a very, very stressful environment. Sometimes you might have to deal with an irate client.
Our last assistant was great, but unfortunately the pressure got to her. And she got to the point where she was crying.
Thinkorswim is an online brokerage firm, and the thing that we are best known for is our technology. We have received ratings from Barron's as one of the best platforms for option traders.
Good afternoon, Thinkorswim.
We named this company Thinkorswim because we figured nobody will ever figure out what this is, so it'll be hard to copy. A couple of newspaper writers said that was the dumbest name they ever heard for a brokerage firm, so we said, you know what? Good. That makes us want it all the more.
And if you want, just try to pay 60 cents. You want me to put a bid in for you? Our software is free. People question why we'd be giving it away for free, and when we explained to people it was the Gillette model where you give away the razor to sell the blades, all of a sudden it made sense to people. There's nothing.
We act pretty fast. We have a new software release every 6 to 8 weeks because the customers feed us ideas, we take them, feed them to our development team, and we try to implement those changes and bring it up to speed as fast as possible. The customers are voicing opinions all day long. That way we make the platform as good as possible. So we're never satisfied here, we're always going to make it better and better.
Upstairs on the second floor is the trading wall.
Tom had this vision. Let's build a board that's just like what they had at the exchanges that we would trade at.
If you want to get somebody excited about trading and you stick them into a dark closet with one screen, it's not that exciting. So what we did is we built this wall, 160 23-inch Mac monitors side by side, this kind of like NASA space station type trading center where we could take customers and train them at a completely different level.
We gave them a great wall, we gave them a great platform, but we told them they couldn't sit. That was our way of giving them some sort of torture and some pain. So you stand here and you trade, and this is how you execute orders.
I don't know if you've been to some other brokerage houses. It's flat out boring. It's important to get people excited about what they're doing.
So you've established a foothold in the Middle East?
Middle East is a type of place you have to be there. I mean, it's not, you can just, shoot the emails back and forth.
Right.
If you don't show up there in a couple of months, they forget about you.
Do you talk with these people about non-energy investments, the Middle Eastern investors? Natalia's an incredible salesperson. If I could get her to introduce my products, I think she could raise a significant amount of money. But I mean, they're awash in cash, right? So they're looking for opportunities, places to put this money.
Yeah.
Are you close to the folks that allocate that kind of those kinds of assets?
Yeah.
That could be a place where we can work together.
But we are more focusing about trying to get the money from them to invest in oil and gas projects.
Right. Her love is energy projects in Russia. But there's a lot of talent there in Natalia, so we want to retool her and give her more investment tools to work with. And different parts of the world.
What do you have in mind?
Alternative investments, non-real estate, non-energy.
Equity funds?
Hedge funds. I think that would work pretty well. I've got to get you to sell my projects. You're relentless.
90% of this business is mostly mental. You gotta have tough skin to deal with multiple personalities. Some people emotionally and mentally, they just can't take it.
Being in the service industry, waiting tables, years bartending, I can safely say that I'm really not fazed by much.
Good, which is good. Tough skin.
In this business, believe me, after a couple of years of being in this business, nothing really is gonna faze you.
We had 4 other interviews this week, but to be honest with you, we like you the best. At least I know I do.
We're gonna go ahead and just, discuss this. We have a couple of other interviews, so we'll make our decision and give you a call, like I said, sometime mid next week and let you know.
I thought it went pretty good, I think. They seemed really cool, so I don't know. It would be awesome.
It's always great to see Natalia. She's dedicated, she's enthusiastic, she's an incredible salesperson. It was good to see you. Have a great trip, and I'll speak to you when you get back.
Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye. I think I recruited her. She has a pretty large Rolodex of investors. If I could arm her and give her something to sell, I think she's going to knock it out of the park. Half my day is spent looking for money managers, and the other half is spent looking for money, investable assets. Right now, what I'd like to do is follow up with Rich Giacomo, who we met last week. Rich's specialty is emerging markets, parts of the world that I don't ordinarily cover. Like Natalia, Rich has an eye to sell me his products, and what I try to do is turn it around and sell him my products as well.
Oh.
Rich, what's going on, Rich?
Hey, how are you?
Terrific. Anybody good in the pipeline on the investor side, on the manager side?
A couple of my guys are pulling money from managers because they weren't what they thought they were.
Right.
And I think by the end of this year, they're going to need to allocate some money quickly.
But that money, they're not going to cash with that money, right? So they got to redeploy it.
They're licking their wounds,
Right. So let me talk to you about some of the managers I have to put some of that money to work.
Yeah, I look at them. You never know.
Terrific. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
The business is cyclical. Some markets boom, some markets consolidate, contract. The beauty of working with a Rich and a Natalia, there's always a hot market or a hot asset class. So by building these relationships, we move towards whatever product is hot.
All right, Phil. So, what did you think about Beth?
Elizabeth, I thought she was pretty nice. She's just I don't know. What was your your honest vibe on her?
Honestly, I say we go with her.
I really like Jessica. I thought she was nice.
But you know the problem with Jessica is that she's really quiet. Like she doesn't talk much.
You know what? But this can be a little bit intimidating for some people. So she probably didn't get the breakout.
I don't want anybody that's intimidated. She's intimidated talking to us. Right. The thing I got back from Beth was, she's a people person. Beth didn't seem shy at all. She seemed fun.
Yeah,
she seemed fun.
Which is good. Which is a good thing.
Right, exactly.
She seems hungry too. So
yeah,
she
that's
seems,
what I'm looking for. Somebody that's really, really driven, comes to New York with a big dream, and it's not working out, which is okay. But she's redirected her focus, and I think we should go with Beth.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is I'll call the agency in the morning, and we'll take it from here.
My badge is ALO. If you look at the last 3 letters of my last name, ALO. Everybody is known down here by their badge.
It's your acronym, it's the way you're identified in the pit.
Every SIBO member gets to choose their acronym. People tend to take something that has something to do with their name.
Unfortunately, someone else on the floor had Dom. That's all they had left.
This has nothing to do with my initials. I just decided to get something that would stick in a broker's head, and it worked out. Yeah, it's good, man. It gets in people's heads. Keg, call me Kegger.
A lot of times you might recognize somebody just from their acronym and never really know their first or last names.
I know 10% of this crowd's first names.
YPR, I have no idea what his name is.
In all honesty, I don't know too many first names around here. It's because of him. Paul. Yeah, him. Yeah, you know it. It's him. I'll meet guys out socially on the street, guys that I've stood next to for 10, 15 years. It's uncomfortable. I'll be like, hi, how you doing? And I'll be like, oh, this is, and you could tell they don't know my name, so they'll introduce me as Alo to their wife and everything, but that's what I'm known as. Alo Vera, Alo. My kids even call me it. I mean, my kids, hey, Alo, like when they want to give me a hard time, they'll call me Alo.
One of the things you try and do is go through your mind, what are the insulting combinations?
At PMR you'd think they'd say Palmer, but for some reason people say Peamer, and I have no idea why.
For me, it's Boney, Beanie, Bone. I don't know what I was thinking when I thought BNE would be good, but.
You hear all different ones. Matt over here, MST, they call him Moist.
Well, I was always Misty. Like Gorillas in the Mist.
How many Misty? 200 Misty?
And then here they started calling me Moist.
Moist, 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 moist.
It's cool.
Kind of sticks with you too. You get some name recognition and you don't really want to change that.
Actually, I tried 6 different acronyms to end up with DND. I tried DJD, my acronym, okay, and then I tried DMZ.
Well, when I was deciding what my acronym should be, I was talking about it with my 12-year-old son, and he just looked at me and said, I just don't understand why you don't have Mom. That's your name.
Group 1, this has been.
Okay.
So,
Oops. Hold on. That they're finally, all the analysts, all these guys, I say analysts, analysts.
Okay, let's try that one again. You need a little take thing, right? Take 23.